I love my ancestors, my people, my race. It is natural, it is healthy, and it is normal to be proud of your ancestry, of your heritage, of your race, of your people. To ask me why I'm proud is like to ask the frog why it croaks, why the bird it flies, why the crickets chirp, why the flowers bloom. It's natural. It's natural to be proud. It's healthy. It's life affirming. In a way, it's kind of funny to say out loud. It's like saying I'm proud to have two arms, to have two legs, to stand upright, to drink water, to breathe the air, to like the sun on my skin, the wind in my hair, to smell the ocean, to smell the trees, to look upon the mountains. It's also natural to us, truly. Our hatred, our self-hatred, our shame is all artificial, unnatural. It was imposed upon us over the course of years, if not decades, by school curriculums, by the universities, by our institutions. And trust me, many, many institutions have tried to break me down. So many. So many teachers, so many professors, the pastors, the priests, the popes, the politicians, counselors, therapists, family members, friends, coworkers, colleagues, fans of this channel, commenters, exes, ex-girlfriends, ex-wives. The list goes on. So many people try to break me throughout my life, and they've walked away in frustration. Now, I don't know why I am the way I am. I just am's who I am's. That's what I tell people. I am's who I am's. What you see is what you get. Some people break down easily, far more easily than I. Why not me? Why not me? I don't know. I could say I get a little bit from my mother, a little bit from my father. Maybe it's the Irish in me. Maybe it's the Swedish in me. Maybe it's because when I was 6 years old, this happened. When I was 18, that happened. My upbringing, so on and so forth. I'm truly a mystery to myself at times. That's just how life goes. That's fate. The Norns weave fate, but it's I that threads the needle. I don't know why I am the way I am. It just is. In the Norse tradition, they call it orlog, fate, which is sort of like the laws of gravity. It's the law of nature, the law of fate. And it just is what it is. We can keep fighting this pride. We can keep fighting our love we have for our ancestors, our heritage, our culture, our race, whatever words you want to use, your ethnicity. I'm not picky. I don't get hung up on words. But it's just a fact of life. And people can call me a reactionary. That's all fine. That's all good. When you take the lion out of the zoo and put him on the Serengeti, he starts running around. You can call him a reactionary too. Because that's the same idea. When you take a monkey out of the zoo, out of captivity, out of the lab, after you've done your experiments and you put him in the jungle and he starts swinging from branch to branch, doing what he knows that's what's natural to him, you call him a reactionary as well. I don't care. Maybe he's compensating. Use whatever words you wish to use on me, whatever label you see as fit. I truly don't care. I'm living my life. I'm doing what I'm doing. It comes so naturally to me. It is in my blood. It is in my bones. It is in my heart. It is in my mind. It is in my soul. It is in my spirit. It is who I am. I believe a lot of people agree with me. A lot of people are already there because, again, it is natural. It is as natural as it can be. It is really the only global religion. It's the oldest religion, which is ancestor worship, ancestor veneration, which I really think is part of nature worship too. It's the worship of trees, of the sun, the moon, and the stars, the changing of the seasons, the ocean tides, animals, horses, cows, cats, dogs, so on and so forth. We can go down the list. But you get what I'm saying. Because we're a part of nature, aren't we all? Perhaps we're a little bit superior intellectually, of course. We have self-awareness, we have consciousness, which sometimes goes against our own natural abilities. I think that's what shame is. I think that's what guilt is, right? These are tools. These are spiritual weapons, emotional weapons, psychological weapons to control you, to make you submit. So you see in the modern age, they don't use the whip anymore. They use psychological whips. They don't need to hurt you physically. They hurt you psychically, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually. They break you from within inside. They say, oh, aren't we such great masters? You know, the masters of old would whip you, would crucify you, would beat you, but we break your spirit. We start at such a young age, don't we? But it doesn't work. It does not work. Again, it's like putting a mouse in a little lab experiment and then acting shocked that the mouse doesn't become healthy. It's like, yeah, you put them in this artificial environment and they're unhealthy. Who would have known? Who would have known this would have happened? Gee whiz. But give that mouse a little bit of freedom and the mouse will do what the mouse does, naturally. Be with his little mouse friends. Whatever mice do on their own time. I don't know. Mess with cats. I don't know. I watched too many cartoons as a kid. I like natural. I like things that are organic. Maybe it's the Californian in me. I got that little bit of woo in me, you know? I got that long hair, Californian surfer boy look. I don't care. Because you can put me wherever you want. You can send me back to Sweden. Put me in the jungle. Put me on the beach. Put me in the mountains. Doesn't matter. I am who I am. You see that? You see that? I love my people. I love my ancestors. I love my race. You cannot separate me and my love. No more than you can separate a child from his mother. And if you did physically, that bond will never be broken. The child will always love his mother. He will always have those memories. So many years after the fact. It is an unbreakable bond. It is truth that is so... It reaches at the core of our being. It's hard to explain at times. We lack words for it. We truly lack words for it. As I've said before in other videos, I am my ancestors. You are your ancestors, genetically. Yes, there's epigenetics involved, and there's slight mutations with each generation, so on and so forth. But trust me, I look like my mother. I look like my father. People tell me I have my grandfather in me all the time. We know the truth. You can pull out study after study. You can do your science experiments, whatever the case may be. I don't need a study. I don't need research. I know what's true with my eyes, with my ears, with my nose, so on and so forth. I have a perfectly well-functioning mind. I don't know if I have anything more beyond bleh. I don't know how much more I have to say about that. You know, people try to move me here and there in all sorts of ways. Some people say I need to be more mainstream, more center. Some people say I need to be more extreme, more edgy. I need to be like this channel, like that channel. I need to do this. I don't use that word. Use this word. Use this phrase. The some of it's good advice, but a lot of times it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Nature has its course. Fate has a way of unfolding. And people ask me too, a very common question people ask me, what's the goal of this channel? What's the goal? You're seeing it right now. Just to express myself, to share my thoughts of the world as I see it. I don't claim to have all the answers, but try to speak about things that people are afraid to speak about. I've always been kind of that guy, and I just feel like it's right. This is the right moment. And we'll see where things go. We'll see who I connect with. I'm oftentimes surprised with the people I've connected with. It's a lot of people I would not have thought otherwise. I can't predict things. I don't have a crystal ball, okay? Again, fate has its way of unfolding in ways that I can't determine. No, is the fate in the stars? Well, or in ourselves. It's that Shakespeare. I'm butchering Shakespeare there. Well, I look to the stars to chart my course, but I'm at the helm, right? I think it's a little bit of A, a little bit of B. I can only be me. I'm Eric. That's all I can do. That's all I can be, is be Eric. All you can do is be you. You can look to other people and go, oh, what they're doing is interesting, and that's cool, and da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, you are who you are. I am's who I am's. You're a special little snowflake. So, I hope that's of interest to you. You know, someone asked me to, do a video on pride, on pride of ancestry, pride of heritage, and it's sort of like, I can't even tell you the why. I don't think there's really much of an intellectual answer. I think it's who we are. I think it's just who we are. It's who I am. It's who you are. And it's there. It's kind of an act of not programming, but deprogramming, of shedding old habits, old thinking patterns, old psychological states. That's all. That's just one opinion from one long-haired Californian to whoever you are. So hopefully enjoy this. Subscribe, comment, whatever you please. I hope you have a good day.